I'm delighted to be joined by Oisin Murphy for his regular catch-up on Sporting Life this week. Hi, Oisin, how's it going?
I'm well, Ben. How are you?
Good, thank you. And a big week, Oisin. Obviously, you'll be picking up the Champion Jockey trophy on Saturday for the fourth time, but the first time since 2021. What does this one mean to you?
Well, it feels like an awful long time since I last had it in my hands, Ben. Uh, I'm really looking forward to the day, and it's great. I've got a strong book of rides, Ben. I know we'll move on to it now, but probably the best book of rides I've had on Champions Day, to date.
Yeah, definitely a ride in every race. We'll definitely get onto those shortly. But I was just going to ask, does your mindset change for the remaining few months of the season? Do you focus on quality a bit more or international races a bit more? Or is it still just about riding as many winners as possible?
So the calendar obviously does get quite international with, for example, Saint Cloud, the Group One's there on the 27th of October, and then the Breeders' Cup the following week. And then, of course, they'll have some foreign trips to the Middle East and India and whatever. But basically, Ben, I had 8 rides last night at Kempton, and on the days I'll be riding, I'll still be quite busy, I think, and hopefully trying to find some maybe unraced 2-year-olds that can come out and horses we can dream about over the winter for next season.
There's always something to look forward to. Let's look forward to Champions Day then. Just quickly before we get into your rides, they've announced this morning that they'll be switching to the inner course on the round course. How much does that affect a jockey riding on Champions Day for those three races on the round course?
To be honest, it doesn't make much of a difference, Ben. Of course, you're on the inside track, so the turns ride a little bit sharp, but the ground is soft. It still rides like a very good track and or quite a scopy open track, let's call it. And I think it's the correct decision, particularly with maybe another 6 to 8 mil about to fall between this morning and race day. I think it was a great call.
Okay, let's get into your rides. I'm going to start with Queen of the Pride, Oisin, because I'm sure your greatest memory of Champion Day was riding Roaring Lion in the 2018 QE2 in the Qatar racing colours. Great memories, and you're on a daughter of his in the filly and mares Queen of the Pride.
Exactly, and her dam actually won on Champions Day as well. Simple verse. I've ridden her a few times at home recently, and she feels really well, Ben. I think she goes there with a leading chance. I rode Tamfana yesterday morning, and she couldn't be in better shape. She's obviously won her last 2 races impressively at Hamilton and at Kempton. It's a big field, maximum field actually, in the fillies and mares, and I really think Queen of the Pride should be on the premises.
Yeah, she had such a progressive profile before disappointing in the Yorkshire Oaks. Is it tough to bounce back from something like that, or do you think this is the ideal race for her to do it in?
No, all the signs are positive at home that she's as good as ever, if not better. So no, I'm pretty confident that she's back to health.
Great stuff. Let's talk about Tamfana because I know it must have been frustrating watching her win the Sun Chariot when you were riding in the same race, but you're back on board this weekend. You must be delighted.
Yeah, she has a lovely draw as well, Ben. She's drawn beside Charon. So she's in 9, and I think he's in 8, or the other way around. And she's really uncomplicated, as we know. And David Manuzia gave me a text last night to say he's delighted with her, and she's really fresh at the moment. So yeah, it's great. She'll go there as second favorite, and obviously Charon's been a superstar this year. But if anyone can beat him, she can.
Yeah, she certainly looks his most potent rival. She's really thrived since dropping back to a mile. How do you think she'll take the Ascot straight mile on soft ground?
It'll suit her really well. Actually, the gentleman who bought her and helps manage her ownership group, Jeremy Brummett, said the other day, it's important not to pinpoint her distance as just a miler. Maybe she could step up in distance again next year or whenever they want. She's just a really high class, versatile filly, as in she's so easy to ride, Ben. So yeah, she's a jockey's dream.
Okay. Talk to me about King's Gambit in the Champion Stakes, a horse you've never ridden before.
Yeah, I've ridden in work. He felt really well about a fortnight ago or 10 days ago at Kempton. He's ready to go. He's been a bit unfortunate not to have more wins to his name. He was unlucky at Royal Ascot, where he had a bad draw and he just had to come from behind. He's done nothing wrong since. He has form on this sort of ground, although I don't think he necessarily needs it. I have huge respect for the market rivals, Calandigan and Economics. If I had a choice in the race, I think Economics achieved plenty in the Irish Champion Stakes. And he's the most likely winner, but I'm delighted to get the leg up on King's Gambit.
10 furlongs and soft ground is a new set of circumstances for King's Gambit. Do you think that could be the catalyst for a career best performance?
Yeah, well, the way the horse is training, he has a rating of 116, and I think there's a chance he's even better than that. Yeah.
Okay. We'll get on to your rides for Andrew Baldwin. Alsakib in the Long Distance Cup.
Yeah, drawn high. He won't mind the ground. He stays well. He has a place chance for sure, and he'll be a big price.
And Flora of Bermuda in the Champion Sprint.
I'm not delighted with the draw on her again. She's drawn 20 of 20 tens on QIPCO British Champions Day. The low drawn horses on the straight course have an advantage. The only thing is she's drawn not too far away from Art Power. I think he's in 12, and Kinross is in 18, I think, from memory. So hopefully she'll get the right toe into the race. I rode her yesterday, and she's healthy and well, fit, and yeah, she was unlucky a few times this year, and I just love to have the no excuses and get the right result for the owners.
Yeah, hopefully she ends up on the right part of the track. It's an open division though, isn't it? The sprint division.
Yeah, huge field, obviously, and any of them could win. There's loads of them with high class form. Hard really to pick out the main protagonist, but I suppose Kinross did nothing wrong in France, and he was excellent at Doncaster.
And finally, you're on Toimy Son in the Balmoral handicap. He's been holding his form really well and a good third in the Cambridge last time.
Yeah, really good race in the Cambridgeshire. He obviously had a decent draw to follow Balmacara and Liberty Lane. He got a good ride from William. He has a chance. He's well weighted off 8-11. Think the ground will be fine for him. I haven't actually seen his draw yet. I think it's slightly high. But at an each way price, he can be in the mix.
Good stuff. Well, good luck on Saturday, Shane. What's your best chance for a winner Champions Day?
Tamfana.